now, busy just crawling away. This guy is one tough SOB, by the way. You can see he just kind of shrugs off bullets and landmines and whatever. He doesn't care. So, Terror Officer sneaking around here. We'll have to keep an eye on him and see if anything happens there. Meanwhile, up top, Accomplished Motorcycle just kind of scouting around, scaring off this pair of snipers for NTD. And Fatherland HMG team in the middle. Quiet once again. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and swap over here because I almost missed this. I saw something going on down there and I totally forgot about it. Yes! AFKNinja has a detonate me button on that building there. So let's keep an eye on there. We do have the Fatherland HMD team sneaking up. Gonna go ahead and get set up in this building. Do it! Look at that. Do it. Click this button. Boom! Takes out the entire side of the building and that Fatherland HMG team. Once again, swapping back to VenomGT just so the map looks the same. In case you weren't familiar with that, you can upgrade your engineers to have the detonation ability. They can basically plant a det pack on any given structure, and that's exactly what he did. And whoa, look at that! That was a total miss with. Was that a hand grenade? That was a sticky miss. Do you see that? That sticky just went flying across the map like a hand grenade. Weird. Okay. Anyhow, I don't usually see stickies ever miss. So anyhow, engineers can be upgraded at your town hall, Warcraft 3 term, at your headquarters to have det packs, and they can put them on buildings and whatnot. So that's exactly what AFKNinja did there. And then you just click it whenever you're ready to blow it up. I think minesweepers can detect that they're there and disarm them, but if you try and disarm them, the player's probably just going to click on it and blow it up. So, good heavy cover here for AFKNinja. He's just kind of skirmishing away here, but really strong presence for VenomGT as well. Look how fast that Fatherland HMG team moves in friendly cover. I really do love seeing that. So, meanwhile, down here on Yoooo's side, you can see he's got strong presence here. He's kind of mining up the map a little bit. Still hasn't managed to recap this point, though. I don't know why he hasn't just gone and sent his field pioneers up there. Let's take a look at this combat. So, the Puma keeping its distance. He doesn't want to get sticky bombed again. This is the same accomplished Puma. I mean, built a second time. But Fatherland HMG team plus Accomplished Motorcycle, that's a lot of suppressing power. You can see that these riflemen were trying to come in here to try and sneak a flank, but all of these guys are definitely covering that exposed flank of the HMG team. They will likely turn and attack, or maybe even just stay put. That's great. By the way, even with hero motorcycles, if you can just damage them a little bit and get a single sticky bomb on them, they'll always blow up. Regular motorcycles will always blow up to a single sticky bomb. Hero motorcycles, depending on which motorcycle it is, will sometimes need a little bit of damage first. And now you can see that NTD-GR has gone and just went straight for his tank depot. He just went weapon support center right into tank depot. That is a risky build. You can see AFKNinja went into his motor pool first, but I suspect that these players fully understood that they controlled a lot of the fuel for much of the time. They had this point for a while on the German side of the map, and as a result, they knew they had a bit of a fuel advantage. So NTD just kind of gambled a little bit and just went straight into a Sherman, and now he's got an early Sherman. The rest of the world probably only has a single AT gun or two, so he just needs to be a little bit careful about that, but that's a definite early game advantage there. So mortar teams, we've got the Blitz anti-tank gun and a regular anti-tank gun. Sherman's going to quickly figure out that there's a Blitz anti-tank gun here. I always point this out, but Blitz anti-tank gun can fire not once, not twice, but 3 times from camo without revealing itself, and that's exactly what it was doing right there. Puma continuing to be annoying, and check it out, this bunker did get fully upgraded by VenomGT, and he's just gunning these guys down, and I really like that move right there. AFKNinja intentionally fired up his men so they wouldn't get suppressed, just so he could finish decapping that point, and then ran them away. So, big old blob of engineers here following around this Sherman tank. Blob of engineers and double snipers and riflemen coming down through the middle. And strong presence. This is very common to see all of these German units just kind of hanging out in this area. There's not a lot of cover here, but that's just where they always hang out. I don't know why. So it looks like VenomGT went ahead and got his Stug, the accomplished Stug. He's a big fan of his early hero units here. And I think that's cool. If you have it in mind that you're not going for mass veterancy or anything like that, just use the hero units. They're great because they're better than a plain old Stug. They're not necessarily as good as like a bunch of Vet 3 Stugs, but go for it. So you can see our Sherman tank here is getting quite beat up now. We're going to have to see if he's going to choose his targets. I would rather see him shoot at this accomplished Puma, honestly, just to try and take that out, because those things are much more lightly armored. But we do have a Nebelwerfer out here for VenomGT, and he is undoubtedly firing at this cluster of repairing engineers. And bam, 1 casualty, 2 casualties. Oh my god, they're retreating because they know that there's a firestorm coming there. And the rest of the rockets just kind of landing around here. I think that's a mortar shot even. So Puma is just being aggressive. I think the Puma is just trying to bait the Sherman tank to make the wrong choices. But for the most part, everybody's kind of scattering now. So tank just kind of driving around here, sort of defending some of this stuff. I'd love to see him just park right next to this bunker and start chipping away at that if he's got nothing else to do. But you can see that the front line here is just really dynamic. So anti-tank gun is up in the front here. We've got hand grenades and riflemen from AFKNinja. These guys are just staring down this Fatherland HMG team, trying to see if they can just brute force their way through it. This is one of the most hard, painful ways to try and take out a machine gun. You can do it. Oh, hey, look at that. We got double snipers now. That'll help out. Caps one guy. Oh, but the counter snipe happens. We do have a sniper down here by Yo, and it looks like with a shot from the Sherman tank and a few other things, he does brute force his way through that Fatherland HMG team. That is a painful way to do that, though. Oh, and it looks like we've got an artillery strike coming down right on top of this pack. That's undoubtedly his target is this Blitz. Wow! First shot completely takes out the anti-tank gun, wrecks the wing of that aircraft, and now there's not really any other targets around here. So looks like that was a good shot there, though. Meanwhile, just constant pressure here from VenomGT. VenomGT flaming all over the place, attacking everybody, and dropping a firestorm barrage down on top of this anti-tank gun. Always, if you have... Wow! First shot! Look at that! First shot taking everybody out over there. Looks like he's going to be able to retreat across the burn damage a little bit. That is always a little bit sketchy, though. So, whenever you can, if you have to drop an AoE somewhere, try and put it near or on top of an anti-tank gun. Those things can never get out of the way in time. Mr. Nebelwerfer, I'm just going to start pronouncing it stupid now that I've pronounced it correctly a whole bunch of times, is firing away. We'll have to see. It looks like he's probably shooting at this... Oh, no. Oh, and it takes out the mine. Ouch. Takes out the mine. Wrecks the mortar a little bit. Sherman tank right now putting some pressure on these gentlemen. And the capture points have swapped now. It is 2 for the Axis players and 1 for the Allied players. So Axis now recapping some of these points. And check it out. This bunker is still active. And you know what? I bet that these engineers were trying to sneak past and detonate it. But unfortunately... looks like a Nebelwerfer. Nebelwerfer. Oh, and a Calliope! A Calliope is on the battlefield right now. Here we go. Calliope completely taking out this pack. Just kind of jibbing the rest of the stuff on the battlefield here. Let's take a look up there. And it looks like NTDGR was able to hold on long enough with his single Sherman and tank destroyer in order to get Calliopes on the battlefield. That's awesome. And by the way, tips from the pros. You don't necessarily have to play this StarCraft style and get like 6 Shermans and then charge on into battle. Just getting a single Sherman early on and using it well throughout the game is often all you ever need. As you can see, that Sherman has just been kind of constantly fighting here. So tank destroyer now moving in to finish off this bunker. Good use of a tank destroyer there. Let's take a look around the map here. We do have this forward half track. I haven't pointed that out yet. It hasn't been doing anything other than just sitting here and resupplying. That's cool. You know, you can resupply your troops from them if you're not aware of that. Blitz anti-tank gun still taking control over the middle here, but it looks like the Allies are sneaking in here, what with being backed by a little bit of armor. Let's see, I do hear the Nebelwerfer firing. Let's see if I can follow those shadows. Probably somewhere around here. Yes, there it is. Kaboom! And, oh! Look out! You got burning ground underneath your feet, sir. Will he get out of there? Yes, he does. A little bit scorched and friendless, but he's going to survive the day. We do have a little bit of machine gun fire going on here. These Vet 3 heavy machine gun team, and those guys are actually pioneers. A little bit of a... Oh, Calliope! Yeah! Calliope just was sick and tired of that train, apparently. Just wanted to wreck that train. I may have completely missed it. Perhaps there was a sniper there or something, but I don't see any sort of thing there. So, Rifleman moving in here from AFKNinja. Serious pressure. The points now, we do have 2 caps for the Allies, 1 cap for the Axis. The Axis are at 117 points to 460, so the Allies have really been maintaining 2/3 majority for most of this game. Oh, mortar team landing a shot right on top of the brute stormtroopers. We got the accomplished Stug and the accomplished Puma moving along, just kind of driving through, carrying a barrel with him. He's bringing some extra fuel for the journey. And Stug now versus double tanks, and I do hear the Nebelwerfer. Where is it going? It's somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. Kaboom! It's all over the place. Here he is. He's trying to fire at this mortar team. So, mortar team, be careful, sir. Snipers picking off people, and nice looking flank here. I didn't even see this happen. AFKNinja pulled up with his Rangers. His Rangers have got bazookas. They're firing away. Taking out, it looks like they totally took out that Puma and doing some serious damage here. We do have a Where did the rest of that come from? I don't know, but they're doing some real damage here. Kaboom! There we go. Anti-tank gun way up here. You can see these anti-tank guns have huge range, provided that you can give them sight. But now it looks like we got a Firestorm rocket barrage coming down right on top of all these troops. No, they accidentally retreat right through it, risking taking some more casualties and running across that burning ground. You can see this guy just burned to death here. A few extra casualties. That fiery ground really hurts, but the Calliope now cross-firing. Oh, looks like it took out a pack. It took out a sniper. Really devastating Calliope shots here. And this is the point in the game where the German players usually start kind of posting on the forums about how imbalanced Calliopes are, and you can just kind of feel that the Calliope really changed the feel of this battle. It prevents the Calliope is basically anti-static defense. The Calliope will just fire at anybody who sits around in big groups for a while. So having a couple of those on the field are really going to change the feeling here. And now, you know, I never get to see this, but this is a M10 tank destroyer versus a Nebelwerfer. We'll tune back into that. That'll take a little while here. And here we do have the Walking Stuka. The half-track is firing its rockets, and I'm glad to see he upgraded that. Where is that going? I saw those. There it is. Okay, just kind of nowhere. It looks like there's nothing happening here whatsoever. So a lot of troops in reserve by AFKNinja. I think that's cool. I mean, eventually he'll want to move them up, but the idea of keeping reserve troops is a great idea. And here's the thrilling climax of this little battle here between Tank Destroyer and Nebelwerfer. Kaboom! There it goes. So. But I do think it is important sometimes to keep reserve troops. You kind of want to poke around and investigate what's going on and attempt to capture things with single units so that you don't get them obliterated by artillery. And then when you see where the enemy's troops are, then move your reserves in accordingly. I think that's a good way to play. And honest to God, that's how real generals do this sort of thing. That was a mortar shot that landed right onto that. We do have the Grenadiers moving in, putting some serious pressure on these guys. Whoa, chucking a hand grenade. Ouch, killing 2 gentlemen there. The 4 of them are just about to cap this, though. 3 guys left. They do cap it. Hopefully they're going to retreat. Maybe they'll just stand their ground, though, and fire their Browning automatic rifles a little bit. Oh, my God, another crossfire here on this Calliope. Just wrecking everybody. Oh, I think these brute stormtroopers just got out of here with 1 guy. That pack is dead, and now all of these allied troops are moving on in. You can see another, that's either a Walking Stuka or a Nebelwerfer shot landing. It's burning, so it's a Nebelwerfer. Could even be a Terror Officer. I forget if we have one still on the field, but frankly, there's too much action going on right now to check. So, nice little crossfire here. This is a great position now, firing down upon the German forces. However, Yoooo has decided that he needs to counter he needs to counter the Calliopes that are out there. And Panther is pretty much one of the best counters to a Calliope because it's such a strong anti-vehicle tank. However, ooh, was that even a forced retreat? Yes, it was. Forced retreat on the bazookas, on the Rangers there. But the combination of anti-tank gun, anti-tank. Whoa, destroyed engine, destroyed gun. Check out the automatic repairing here. Ready? Whoop! Oh, there goes the cannon again. Oh, but not in time. So he goes down. Looks like the Sherman is just going to get out of here. That Calliope knows that he's kind of outgunned a little bit. But we have a destroyed engine. We have a damaged engine and destroyed gun. And look at this neat little crossfire. Let me see if I can get both of this in shot here. We've got, he's firing at him, and he is firing at him. And bounce, up, whiff. No, he's shooting at the machine gun right there. Okay, let's tune into the Calliope here for a second. Calliope just wrecking that same spot of the battlefield over and over and over again. You can see that pack being obliterated. I believe this still hasn't resolved itself. We have a slow motion crashing Stug, and there we go. Finally, after like 3 or 4 front armor bounces, the Pershing shows up like, "Hey, nothing to fear. I am here. How's it going, guys?" But he's a little late to the party. And Panther down, Stug down, and VenomGT calls good game because, as you can see, it's about to be a 3-cap by the Allied players. So just lots of great coordination there between anti-tank and armor battles and all of that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Once again, I am HarlequinCoHO. If you did, please feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, talk to you later.